Yo, what's up, mi gente? Sapo salam. That's hello to everyone in Urdu, and you guys are listening to Talks with ArabianPapi and Toeray.
Hello.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? How we doing today? How we doing? You guys are tuning in to you guys are tuning into the podcast called Thoughts with ArabianPapi and Toeray.
Yes, sir.
We have a special guest. Well, I don't even know.
He
what
ain't
you
even a
call him,
guest no more.
Guest anymore. You get what I'm saying? He's been here before, and we're gonna introduce him anyways. This is Beguis AKA Gunz, right?
Yes,
He's
sir.
been here before.
Yeah.
He was in the episode where we're talking about goals, laziness, and self motivation and stuff. And
Yeah.
after that episode, we had a meeting after that episode, didn't we? Huh?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, sir.
And we talked about great things after that meeting. So for people who don't know, Gunz is now our like agent. You can say say. He's helping us manage us. He's helping us with the podcast. He's part of the team. Those dope ass flies, like I said in the previous episodes before.
Yeah.
That's that guy right there. That guy.
Saw that man right there,
man. That guy is very fucking talented. Gunz, how you doing today?
Man.
I'm good, man. I feel good. I feel blessed. I feel energized. I'm here with my brothers. There's nothing better than that, right?
For sure.
Nothing
for sure.
better than that. Nothing better than that. Guys, we appreciate you guys always tuning in and giving us feedback and watching our episodes and liking and sharing and shit. Remember, guys, we always are live on Twitch when we do this podcast. We also have a YouTube channel, so check out the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We were supposed to have a part 2 of last week's conversation. I know last week's conversation was very good. It was about gender roles and double standards and like that. But fortunately, Stephanie couldn't make it this one. So we're just gonna do like a little recap of all the episodes. So
Yeah.
Gunz, how do you feel about that last episode we just had with the double standards and the gender roles?
It was good, man. I liked it. Overall, I liked it. There was a few things that were said that had me thinking, which is great because if I'm thinking, I guess everyone else should be thinking as well, right? Like that got me thinking. I know a lot of people were like, "Wait a second." There were a few things that, especially when it comes to conditional love, that got me like, I probably
Right?
something else.
Because it's something like it's always said, like right, like Chris Rock said it. We mentioned in the last episode. Guys are only love when they go bring something to the table.
Correct. And I know a lot of people hate that, because a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, but women," like in the episode, "but women are loved with this condition and stuff like that," and that's true, but we're literally, if we don't bring nothing to the table, remember, it's not only finances. We don't bring anything.
We're considered useless.
We're useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad to say, right? Because people are like, "Whoa, how can you say
in
that?"
some cases.
Bro, I'm here to speak the reality, right? It's the truth. Like, we're really loved with condition, and that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. I'd say it's like a majority.
And it's hard because
like I love my pops unconditionally. I don't like it doesn't matter what he gives me.
Correct.
I just love him, But I know
you love him because he was there for you though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you love him because he was there for you.
That's not like a condition.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be there, You're supposed to be there. That's like that's just your father, so that's what you have to do. But I know a lot of men that are not loved unconditionally too. And it's I know more men that are not loved conditionally.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. What's so funny? I listened to the Spanish radio station when driving home, and they were talking about that. They were talking about the conditions and stuff like that, and how girls always want this from a guy and everything. And it was like, so somebody played like a recording. They sent the recorder to the radio station, and he was like, "Yo, I'm just a simple guy. If a girl wants my heart, I just want a girl with big tits, big eyes, nice ass car." And $3-4 million in a bank account, and that's that's saying nothing crazy. Now you gonna have my heart. Then you know what I'm saying? My heart is yours. You know but the reason he said that is because and it's not all, but it's most. Let's be honest, man. It's most. There's a lot of girls out there like this that just want shit like that from a guy.
Yeah. And that's that is 100% correct. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes like we don't want to say the truth, so we beat around the bush and we're like, no,
I feel
that's
like
not true. Like, come on.
Hey, yo,
Look at
we
the
live in a
reality.
sensitive ass time. It's like it's hard to speak your mind because you're gonna offend somebody. You
Correct.
get what I'm saying? So you try to be around the bush, and we can't be like that. Oh, you can't say that because my feelings and stuff like that. But cool, but I'm not supposed to tell you how I feel. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what about my feelings?
Correct. What about my feelings?
What? Like, this is
Yeah,
how I
man.
feel because this is how I see it. Oh, but you offended me. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. It wasn't my intentions, but some conversations are meant to be had.
Yeah, I
Correct.
think everybody just needs to stop. Like, as far as like what you want, what women want in a man, what a man wants in a woman. I think honestly, who cares, bro? Who cares
Hey.
what I want in a woman? Who cares what that girl over there wants in a woman? It's like, or in a man or a woman. It's like, okay, why am I gonna get mad because this is what you're looking for in somebody, and why are you gonna get mad because this is what I want from somebody? If you don't have it, okay, we don't even have to deal. We don't even have to cross paths. No, we don't even have to talk to each other. Who cares what I want? Who cares what you want? Just want what you want and do what you do.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say it like that. So I remember one time I was at a friend's house. And I forgot what. There was a woman that came on the screen, and I said, "Oh, I don't like, like that's not my type. That's not my type." It was a problem. Like it was a huge problem because it's like, oh, first it started with, "Oh, that sounds racist," and I was like, "What?" so right. So check this out. So it was. Why are we beating around the bush? Right. It was Megan the Stallion. No, Megan the Stallion came on, and I said, like, I usually don't like. I don't date, like, I've never dated a lot of black girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Racist. Okay, no, just kidding. Go ahead.
But it's because it's not like because I've dated some.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not my preference.
You're just not attracted.
You
You're
get
just
me?
it's not.
Yeah.
You're not attracted.
Like
to them.
I've dated some and I have, it's just not my preference, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got at me like super hard about it. Like, whoa, what the fuck? And I'm like, you know what's crazy? He's like, why? I've been in situations where girls tell me, "Oh, you're Dominican? Oh, damn, you're not my type." And I didn't feel like,
just
"Oh my
okay.
God, you're being racist." It was like, or if you want to be, ArabianPapi, right? You can say, listen. Dominicans might not be your type, but I can help. I can. You know what I'm saying? You want to be slick, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I never saw it as like, "Oh, you're being racist because you like." She doesn't like Dominicans. That's her preference. Like, what's the problem with that? But
yeah, it's nothing like
it was crazy.
And it's like it's funny because like if you think about it, you can't control who you're attracted to.
Correct.
You can't control that. If you're attracted to somebody, you just are. And how are you going to get mad at something somebody doesn't have control over? You know?
Correct. It's not like because, and is what I was telling him. You got it confused, and that's why I feel like this world is very sensitive now. And that racist word gets thrown a lot, right? I said you got it confused. I said I wouldn't date her because it's not my preference. I never said I would treat her wrong just because she's black or Hispanic.
You just wouldn't date her.
That.
You don't treat her with respect still because it's a person.
Respect. It's a person. It's a human being. I see people before I see color.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that was like a dude. It was an all night argument. Like it was such an argument that my buzz went away. Like I was drinking that night, I just went away. I was like, and I ended it with like, you know what? You're just ignorant. Like,
yeah,
I just walked away from you. Like,
it's not even no point to have.
It's like what I said last episode. Like, oh, I want to date her, because she's on the thicker side. She's fat, and then somebody will look at me. Oh, what? Fat girls don't deserve love? I never said that. I never said they don't deserve love. I never said she was a terrible human being.
You can't force somebody to be with somebody. You can't force it.
And then right away they hit me. Well, look at you. You ain't fucking fit. You ain't fucking 6'6", and you ain't this, and you. Okay, all right. So what the fuck? Right? Like I never said that. I just said, just big girls just, doesn't turn me on. It doesn't make me hard, bro. It's just like, what you want me to do about that?
Yeah. And that's your preference. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with you saying like I don't like this and I don't like that. I think
Exactly.
that's the problem. I think nowadays, dude, you can't say shit. Like everyone is
No.
just so sensitive, dude. Like, and
And
it's
I feel
crazy.
like
It's crazy.
And I feel like it's because of social media, man. Social media plays a huge part. Like social media, like
Controls
controls a lot
a
of
lot of what you think.
narratives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
it definitely does. Because in that same radio station and in that same thing, it was talking about. He was like, "Oh," and some girl came on and she was like, "Oh, why you think men cheat a lot? Because it's hard for them. I kind of feel bad for them because everywhere they turn around, there's just girls popping up everywhere, half naked, showing their ass out. They're walking around like this and stuff like that. So I don't even blame some of them when they cheat. Not saying cheating is fucking right. I'm just saying that's what she was saying. Because if you think like back in the days when there was no social media, the only girls you knew was around your town. Like that's it.
Yeah,
Like
around
girls
you.
you met every single day. Now you're just seeing ass everywhere. No matter where you turn, they're just like ass all over the place. And then like,
I
and
think
then the
these social
narrative
media
comes.
apps, they just make it easier for people to cheat, man. Like, I just found out, like the other day on Instagram, when you're in your messages, if you swipe up, it puts it in vanish mode and the messages go away. And then you can get the messages back. Like, why?
Correct.
They are they're encouraging this shit.
Yeah. I how can I say, like, self-control is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
Hell
I
yes.
understand that people like, to me, someone saying like, "Yo, there's just so many women around. That's why men cheat." Is kind of a little dumb to me because it's like, you telling me you have no type of self-control? Like,
No, I guess the point she was saying was like the temptation is way higher than what
I mean,
it was before.
If you're giving in the temptation, you lack self-control.
Yeah. It's like saying,
absolutely,
like, there's so much, like, it's like saying you've been in a room of cocaine and you're gonna sniff it even though you don't like it. Like,
I just can't control myself. I can't help it.
I can control myself. I'm not gonna sniff something. I'm not gonna. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's all about self control. And to all the guys out there, there's nothing wrong with saying a woman is elegant or pretty, right? If your girl gets upset just for you, like, say, like, sometimes girls
Just for acknowledging somebody else's beauty.
Is she pretty? I literally say, I don't be like, she's, but yo, she's an elegant girl.
Fuck that. I'd be like, she's hot. You crazy, babe? You see that? You see that?
When they talk about guys,
I just get it.
Oh, that's a handsome guy.
He can't be mad that you like.
My girl go see it, she gonna be like, "Oh, really?"
You expect your significant other just to not find anybody else in the entire planet.
That's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. There's good-looking people out there.
Yeah, I tell her with celebrities, like I'm fucking in love with Dua Lipa and fucking Doja Cat, bro.
Yo, I love Dua Lipa. I don't know how I feel about Doja Cat, but I love Dua Lipa.
Yeah, I love Dua Lipa. She's hot. Yo, she's hot. She's hot.
Her music just makes you want to dance, man.
Yeah, like, it's a lot of jealous people out there, and I come from a guy who was very jealous.
Me too, man. Me too.
A lot of people really don't know that. Like, I'm like, dude, I was super jealous.
Like,
I looked at myself in the mirror one day and said, "This is fucking you up mentally. It's fucking you up." Like,
bro.
I had a point like that. Yeah.
You ever look back at you, like you just like think back at like your moments of like weakness and jealousy, and you're like, bro, I was so stupid.
That shit makes me cringe.
Messing up relationships, messing up friendships and shit because you was just being stupid and jealous for no reason, bro.
Correct.
I was like that. I think I was like 16 years old, and my cousins could talk about it. I disappeared for like a whole year from seeing them. Because I was like so on top of this girl, bro, and to the point that my jealousy actually ruined the relationship towards the end.
Yeah, man, that shit was looking back.
I would keep it honest.
Like, if you can beat your younger self, like, bro, I would beat my younger self up for being like that.
I had a just this is a raw raunchy stuff. This was me when I was 16 when I was in that relationship with her. I towards the end actually was like logged into her AIM. If you guys remember what AIM was, and she was just having a friendly conversation with this. And she was just having this friendly other conversation with this other dude, and I hit up the dude like, "What are you and my girl talking about? Why are you even hitting on my girl? This and that and everything." And then after the relationship was done, and a couple of months passed by, and I looked back to it, I was like, "Yo, Damn, bro.
What's wrong with me?
Wildin', like what the? I was low key on some you vibes there, bro. Like
Yeah.
that
With the
was
narrator in
just
the background.
yeah.
That
That was insane. It was insane, bro.
Yeah, I had a very jealous moment, and then I remember the one who snapped me out of it was like my dad. Like my dad.
Mhm.
So it was such a jealous, obsessive moment that when the person had left me, it was like I was in tears, right? And then my dad walks in. My dad's like, my dad is in tune with his emotions. Like he never made me feel like less than just because I was crying or something.
Mhm.
So he walked in and he literally said, like, sit down. Then he asked me what's going on. I said, oh, I was just super jealous that she left me. And he literally just said, why are you jealous? He was like, I don't know. I literally said that. I don't know. I don't know why I was jealous. He goes, where are you in life? And I was like, I'm doing this. I work for Bank of America. He was like, you're a handsome guy, aren't you? And I go, when he knew something was wrong when I said, I don't know. He goes, what? Look in the fucking mirror right now. Like he literally looked at. He said, get in the fucking mirror right now. And I go, okay. He goes, are you fucking handsome? And I go, yeah, hell yeah. He goes,
Debatable, but all right. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Fuck it, right? Like you gotta call yourself handsome sometimes. Like, it's just you gotta do it because sometimes you can't like you gotta really like feel that shit, man. And he said like you're doing your thing. You're ahead in life compared to a lot of people that are your age, and you're a handsome young man. Like what are you jealous about? Like what is it that causes the jealousy? And I said I just don't want her attention on someone else. And he goes, if her attention is if someone else can grab her attention so easily, then you don't want that. And I go, okay.
Yeah, because you can't stop them. You can't
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
You can't
So
stop somebody
then
from cheating. They will find a way to do it.
They will find a way.
If they
So,
want
like,
to, they're
I
going
kind
to.
of, yeah, I kind of like was like, it was like my breakthrough. And
Mhm.
it's not that it's like, I can be tiny bit jealous, like in a, like very small, but I'm not like, compared to what, like, I don't care about a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not gonna
I
make you
said
get
it
out
to
of
myself,
control.
like, listen to all the men who are watching this right now. If you find your woman beautiful, another man is finding your woman beautiful.
Facts. You're not the
There's
only
nothing
one.
wrong
That,
with that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
nothing
right.
wrong with that. Guys will look at your girl, and it's okay. It all
yeah,
depends.
hype her
I
up.
always
I kind of
Like,
like that
yeah,
shit, man.
hey,
I be
yo,
telling my
hey,
girl
yo,
all the
that
time,
dude
like,
was
yeah, go
looking at
ahead,
you. You
dress
seen
like that.
That dude was over here
Let
looking at
motherfuckers
you.
look at you, son. That's like a confidence booster towards the guy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got that. That's mine.
Hell yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can be a confidence
don't
boost.
touch
It
it.
can be a confidence boost for her too. Just other people, like if another woman like finds me attractive, that's a confidence boost.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, ew, no, what, no.
Ew,
It's like,
oh my
no,
God,
like
you found me
if you
cute.
find me attractive, no, thank you
You know
very
what's so
much.
funny?
It's a
Yeah.
You know what's
confidence
so
boost.
like I say us guys is a confidence boost, but some girls can't handle that if another girl finds you cute. Oh,
Yeah.
find you cute. Hell, listen, baby, yo, you should be happy. You would a handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
You say you should
I'm
be
not gonna
like, I'm
entertain
yours. Right?
She
That
said,
is true.
"Oh, she
That
said I'm
girls
attractive.
are- yeah.
Thank you." That's as far as the entertainment goes. Thank you. That's
Correct.
it.
Correct.
Thank you.
And I've said thank you to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you're cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's
Now,
it.
would you get mad if another guy calls your girl beautiful or something like that, and she says thank you? Would you be like, why are you saying thank you to her?
No,
No,
just
I
whatever,
wouldn't.
thank you.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, yeah, I'd just
And
be
the end of the
there.
day, she's mine.
Yeah, and I mean, and the only thing I think I'd be mad about is if I'm with Mackenzie, we're out somewhere, and a guy
He does it in
walks
front of
up
you?
and he doesn't. No, it's okay if he does it in front of me. The only thing that would make me mad is if the fact that he does not acknowledge the fact that I'm even in the existence.
Oh, yeah,
if you don't acknowledge me at least,
yeah.
like a hello, anything, you don't even have to acknowledge that I'm with her. You need at least acknowledge that I'm there. Don't act like I'm not there.
You gotta
That's
be like,
when it's like, okay, you kind of just disrespected the shit out of me, like I'm not just standing here. You can say
Basically,
she's beautiful all you want, bro, because I don't own her. She's her own woman. I don't own her at all.
Right.
So if you want to walk up and tell her she's beautiful, fucking whatever, but acknowledge the fact that I'm standing here at least.
Correct.
So
Like,
so
I've had
basically,
yeah, go ahead.
so,
Sorry about that.
I said so basically he gotta be like, hey, yo, you beautiful. Hey, brother, I see you. You got a good thing right there.
Something,
I see you,
right?
brother. I see you.
Yeah.
So I think it would be the opposite for me. Like, you gotta be like, yo, my brother, you look great with your girl's beautiful. You know what I mean? Because right there, you acknowledge me and her in one thing.
He
Now, I
acknowledges you
think
two as a
us,
unit together.
yeah, I think us men know when a guy se está pasando, like passing. You know what I mean? That's se está pasando in Spanish, but like,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
if he's being
pushing it a
persistent, be
little.
like, all right, brother,
Yeah,
chill.
Yeah,
All
because we
right,
know
we get
how
it.
we think. We know what you're doing. It's
At
like,
that
all right,
moment, I'll be
bro.
like, yo, are you okay? Like, are you medically
That's
good?
that universal. That's that universal sign for like you need to stop. You good? Hey, you good?
You good? You good? Yeah, exactly.
Yo, are we good here? What's up?
Yeah. I man, like, I don't know, man. I'm glad I got out of that jealous phase.
Yeah, man. It was toxic.
Yeah, it was toxic, bro. It was super toxic. But like, you grow a lot, man, and then you
Yeah,
start to
facts.
notice, like, you start to notice that there's even things that the significant other might be doing to cause it. You know what I mean? And then you start
That's
telling
a good
yourself, you
point.
know
That's a
what?
very
I'm
good
not
point.
really. I don't want to be a part of these games. Like,
That's a
some girls
very good point.
and
It can be
guys,
caused by the significant other
yeah,
is doing stuff that's making you think these ways. You know, that's a very
correct.
good point. That is a
Like,
great point, man.
some guys and girls find it fun to make you jealous. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
they
real
just
thing.
like that. It's like a confidence boost. Also, is that just getting that
Correct.
jealousy from the other one?
And
Yeah. Wow,
I
that's a
know,
good
because
point. I love that, dude. I love that point.
I was used in a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it really made the whole thing awkward because I knew it. And I was like, yo, don't use me like that. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's good that
and
you
it's,
noticed it right then.
yeah, and I'm like, because you can cause a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
You never
And
know.
Gus and I went through that one time. We both went through that one time.
We
We both did.
we
Both
have.
of us.
We
And
have
it was.
gone. We have gone.
Go
through
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you can go ahead. You
Nah,
can go
I wanna
ahead.
hear it.
It was fuck it, I don't care. As long as Gus, you alright with me saying the story?
You can go ahead.
So it was
Just keep names out
so
of it.
you know it's fucked up. And
Just keep
you should have
names
never
out.
yeah, you should have never let a girl come in between y'all. And when at one point in life we had a girl come between Gunz and I, and she was like just telling us lies about each other.
On both sides.
Oh,
Both sides.
wow.
And it was
and
crazy, and that
us-
was toxic.
That's like some
That was-
what is it? Helen of Troy was so beautiful, just turning, causing wars and shit.
No,
Yeah.
it was, and just putting us in like the opposite. That was like the first time Kevin and I were like mad, but then it was the first time we were like, yo, this will never happen again. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's that
just
test of
won't.
the real friendship too. Y'all came back together and realized what the hell was going on.
Yeah, now we definitely talked about it afterwards,
Yeah.
and then we talked about the situations, and then Gunz was like, "Yo, I never said that, bro."
What was that?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what was that moment like when? So that moment, and I'm talking about that exact moment when it clicked in both of your heads. It was like, this girl is trying to play us right now. What was that like?
The moment for me was I was told something, and Kev was told something else about a trip. And, you know, I kind of told Kev because it's just hard for me to. I can't hold back.
Yeah,
He is my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, the person was my friend too, but at the same time, Kev is my friend.
Yeah,
like we're like brothers. So it was like kind of told him, and then Kev kind of spoke about it to the person, and the person kind of like said a whole like different scenario, and then that's when I was like,
you're like, this something not adding up, man. 1+1 is not
bad.
equaling 2 right now.
I was like, dude, this is bad. Like, this is bad, and we gotta fix it. But you know what? Like, the moral of the whole thing is for that situation. Like, what I learned a lot from that situation was, so I've always believed in. I've always sacrificed my happiness for others. It's just always been my thing. Later on, I started changing. I'm like, I deserve to be happy too.
Yeah, of course.
So the beginning, I actually liked the girl. Kev was respectful enough. To me, that was respect. I don't care if anybody else's opinion, but to me, it was respectful enough to ask me, like, hey, I know you like her, but her and I, you know what I mean? Like, we clicked. Is it okay? And at the end of the day, that's not my girl. You know, I like her, but that's not my girl. And, you know, and whatever happened. To me, that was a learning point for myself because after the fact, Wilfred's mom and even Kev said, like, yo, you got to stop sacrificing yourself for others. You know what I mean? You got to stop, like you want to be happy, then you pursue it. You stop thinking about this and that. And that was like, and even Kev told me that afterwards too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, your happiness matters too. Yeah,
right.
Your happiness matters too. You know what I mean? So it was pretty, yeah.
So just to go back, just to elaborate on that, it was one night we went out. It was me, him, and Ray. We went out. We was having fun. That girl was there, and she knew how close Gunz and I were. Like she knew. But that day she was throwing like hella game at me, right? Hella game. So I had a conversation with Gunz the next day. I was like, "Yo, this and this happened, this and all that. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm kind of feeling her too because if she's like talking to me while he's there like that, what's going on?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I pursue this? But like I told him, like straight up, if you say no, because they weren't dating, I was like, if you say no.
Yeah,
then I won't do it. Like you tell me no right now, it's done. It's dead. I'll delete the number, the whole thing, never hit up. And Gunz was like, nah, it's all right. I was like, yo, bro, you sure? He's like, yeah, it was all right.
Scope. Like, like the biggest, like, when you're like
your heart sinks down to your asshole.
I'm like, no, it's okay. But
knowing
like,
in your mind and your heart, you're like, it's not okay.
Yeah, but what? Like that goes back to like this has happened for a reason, bro. Because like the storyline was told the correct way. I feel like I am where I am, and everything fell
it made
to
you
place
who you
where
are.
it was supposed to fall because that's how it was supposed to be.
And that's funny. It's like that's also another show of your friendship too, because no matter how much either of you cared about this girl, you still wanted your boy to be happy with whoever. No matter how much you cared, you were like, my heart, but yeah, man, it's straight. Yeah, do your thing, man.
We should, I know, honestly, and it didn't click on my head at that time. We should have known it from the beginning, like from that jump. Like, wait, she's over here spitting game at you, but then I'm here, she's spitting game at me. Nah, this girl ain't it, bro. We should just both leave her alone.
Yeah,
and we did it, and then
she for the wolves.
She for the streets.
She for the streets?
Oh yeah, no, that's the saying. Yeah, she's for the wolves. So that's the saying back in the days when we like all single and stuff like that. And one of us would try to holler at a girl, and if they don't succeed or whatever the case is, then we tell our rest of the guys, yo, she's for the wolves. Meaning, if somebody want to go talk with her and try to get with her, then go ahead. She's for the wolves. Which is a fucked up saying, but
ladies who are watching this is not who we are.
Right? Like, look at these guys.
Right? Yeah.
Straight talking about we're just a piece of meat.
Yeah.
We're for the
I
wolves.
didn't think about it like that. But like, it would be easier to it would be easier to understand if you were like the guys, like, because like the way that we talk to each other and stuff, like our terms and stuff, like we don't mean what you think we mean.
Yeah.
When we're saying shit, we have, we have respect for women because we have women in our lives. Like we have respect for them. My mom is a woman.
Correct.
I don't disrespect women because if I feel like if I disrespect a woman, I'm disrespecting my girl, my mom, my auntie, my sister, all of the women in my life. It's like, you just gotta understand. We're just talking shit.
But this is the thing though. Sometimes that's exactly where I was gonna go. Yeah. They act like they don't do it too. All right. If you have a one night stand or if you constantly just messing with a guy just for sex or whatever it is, you treat us like a piece of meat also. Which is exactly what we are, a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it sounds more fucked up when we're saying, oh my God, you guys are talking like that? Like, Come on,
Yeah.
don't act like
I
you
mean,
guys don't talk like that with your friends either. You guys be bullshitting in y'all little girls group chat and
Let's
stuff like
just
that.
Correct.
let's just
It's
stop
not- it's
bullshitting
not-
and just let's stop
Right.
pretending and just be like, this is how it is. This is it. This is it.
Talking about group chat, right? Do you guys avoid, not you guys, but I'm saying, do you guys avoid ever looking at your significant other's group chats? I know
I've never seen Mackenzie's group chats.
I've
I've never seen them. I never asked to see them. I
don't want to.
It's good.
Exactly.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
You have fun with your
know.
girls and you have your group chat and y'all talk whatever you want to talk
Right.
about.
What
I don't need to see it.
I'm a big I'm big on not going through the other person's phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with I'm sorry. I laugh because I'm reading the
Yeah.
I laughed at a comment that was said that I'm gonna mention.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm a big thing of not going through each other's phone because a lot of times you just could take something out of context.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know how the conversation started, but you just focus on that one thing and now you're blown out of proportion. And a lot of people's gonna be like, "Oh, that's because you're hiding something." No, there's not. It's not because I'm hiding anything at all. It's just the conversations I have with people, the conversations I have with people, not that you're having with people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There may be some things in there that the person's telling me that you don't need to know. That the person's telling me because they trust in me. You understand? And I feel the same way as going through my girl's phone. I don't need to. I don't, because if you're looking for something, you're gonna find something. You understand? And then you're gonna make a problem out of it, and then it's just a whole big thing. That's just how I feel.
I just
That's just
I don't
yeah,
want to
exactly.
see shit. I don't want to see shit. Things always come to the light. I always say, like, if you think you're getting away with something, you're really not. Like I always things always come to the light, man.
Yeah.
That shit. It's just better to have to be chill, I've been in situations. In my jealous phase, I used to look through phone.
I was just gonna say, man, when I was in my jealous phase, I was like, man, like.
Let's talk about your jealous phase. Guys, I talked about ours, but you never said when was a jealous point for you? When was like a toxic jealousy point? Well, yeah. What did you do?
Man,
what did you do?
Bro, I was bad, man, and I feel bad. I feel bad for like my past girlfriends, the ones that I've had. Even you know about them, Kev. You know about. I don't know, man. It was stupid shit, Just I don't want you talking to any other guys. Period. I don't even, And it was stupid shit. Like, and it wasn't like I wasn't the only one. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't the only one that was playing jealous, right? Like 'cause they were jealous too, and they were I don't want you talking to this. I don't want you talking to this girl, this girl,
but
this
then
girl.
That just becomes so toxic.
And it just created this. It created this extremely toxic environment. But obviously we were young, and we just didn't know any better. But I mean, like specifics, I don't really. I mean, I would just like go through the phone, get mad because I saw a text message from here. You told me you weren't talking to this person, but when I told you not to, and then I see you're texting this person. Oh, I was walking through the hallway in high school. I was walking through the hallway and I saw you talking to this guy. What was that about? And it was just a normal ass conversation, but some other guy had her attention, so I'm mad. And it was stupid shit. It was stupid shit to be mad about, stupid shit to even worry about. Cause same with me, my mom and my dad both told me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you can't stop somebody from cheating.
Yeah.
And the main thing I was worried about was like, I know I can't stop somebody from cheating. However, how will I know? What if they are cheating and I never find out and I'm just wasting my time? They were like, okay, eventually it's going to come to light. Eventually, like that relationship is not going to last. It's not going to last when you're with somebody if they're cheating all the time. Mm-hmm. It's not going to last. It's going to come to light. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Not only that, the person starts showing something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you see him. Yeah, you definitely.
But at what point is like? So like, what point do you see what point is the signs that you can? How will you know they're the signs?
Are
Are you just being jealous, or like are they manipulating you into saying, "Yo, you're just being jealous"? You know, oh yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just being jealous, or is it for real? You know,
You just gotta like sit back and like really look
and really reflect. Yeah, okay, yeah. You just gotta really reflect on it.
The other person will definitely show signs, I think, of when if they treat you a different way, lack of affection, you know, they used to do this thing here and there, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
major signs you'll see.
Right.
Eventually
You
it'll come
definitely
out.
see major signs. It could even play if the other person's dressing different, and you know, and then you start catching them little lies. If they said they were going to be here, and then you found out they weren't there, then you know things should start adding up from there.
Yeah, man, and that's another thing, bro. We had like
touches and kisses.
It was stupid stuff like we needed to have both our locations on. That's another thing. It was turning locations on so you can know where each other was. That's just toxic, bro.
Yeah.
Making sure you have read receipts on so you can make sure you better text me back at this time. And if I text you, text me back because I can see that you read it.
I like having read receipts on because I like sometimes people to know, yeah, read your shit, man. I'm gonna answer you when I want to answer you. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even care. Like, if you want me, like, if Mackenzie's like, turn your read receipts on, I'll just turn them on because I don't care. If you want me to turn them on, I'll turn them on.
Receipts, but I get the read receipts. Like, I had a situation yesterday in which, you know, a person kind of got at me because I left them on scene on IG, but because I was busy. Like, sometimes, you know, I don't have the
don't be leaving me on scene, bro. I'm tired of that shit. And I'm just kidding.
Sometimes I don't have the previews on my phone. Right?
Yeah.
So the previews don't come up. So I click it. It's on scene, but
I'm open and you're I'm busy. I see the message, but I'm gonna get to it when I can.
To it, you know, and you know, people. Even though people say like, "Oh,
your camera cut off."
Yeah, cam sort of.
Whoa. This is Wolfer's camera. Can't wait to get use mine. But, so the person was like, people sometimes they don't say like directly like, "Oh, you ignored me," but they say stuff like, so they asked me a question. I didn't respond right away, and they were like, "Oh, well, if you didn't want to go, you could have just said so." That's kind of the way of saying you ignored me, right? So it was like,
it is, yeah,
it's just a different way. Like, I'm not stupid. I hate when people,
when they try to pretend like, yo, yes, bro.
Yeah,
when somebody says something some kind of way, it matters if it's a text or not. I didn't misinterpret that. There's no other way to interpret what you just said. There's no other way.
So just to save face, the person was kind of like, they kind of switched it around in their own way. But I just ended with like, I can't argue too much. You know what I mean? Like, I just ended with, all right, cool. And I just ignored them. Like, I do not read. I'm sorry, but you send me a fucking paragraph, I'm not reading it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, God bless you, but I'm not. You know why? Because now, like, we're just arguing too much. Like, and it's for something so minuscule. Like, you could have just not been that needy to the point that you, like, people, I know people leave me on scene. I know people open text and see it and don't respond. I open group text all the time and I don't respond at that moment because I might be busy at that moment.
Yeah, but see, at least you know me, you seen it and you're not responding and stuff like that. I understand like you could be busy. That's better than some people. That's better than some people I know, and the person's in the chat that just likes and laughs at shit and doesn't respond. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then go post on Twitter. You're not busy. And then go post on Twitter and Instagram.
And post on Instagram. Like, I know you're not busy. Now you're just refusing to respond to me. And that's a pet peeve of mine. It's like, bro, stop.
Pet peeve.
I asked you a question. You're not busy because you're liking haha and shit, bro. Answer. Okay?
Correct.
You spend the time to react to it. Just answer it.
Right. Yo, that's I hate when he does that. I hate it, bro.
Is like the number one dude that loves doing that.
Yo, I feel like strangling him, bro. Like, bro, just answer what we asked you.
Correct. Wolford,
and he don't read the whole text, bro. When you ask him a question, he don't read the whole question. That man will answer half of one part of the question and then just leave it at that. And it's like, bro, what about all of the other part?
You see what I be putting to? I'll be like, are you serious? Like, what are you asking? You know, because I love Wolford, man. Wolford is funny. Wolford just gets me like, he gets me upset sometimes, but I know he's just going through the phases. So it's actually pretty cool, like, to see him grow up slowly. Like, one of the things he's grown up a lot is that, like, there'll be times that, let's say it could be Kev or whoever it is, said something that might have bothered them, but I kind of like let them know, like, yo, it's Kev, so go right to them, or hey, it's Torrey,
Yeah, you
just
can
go
just
right to them.
talk to
If
him.
something bothers,
You
just go
just
talk to him.
talk.
You know what I mean? Like I understand. Like and now it's not now for him is not more that he's venting, more of question. He's questioning. Well, he's asking me questions on how to respond to you, or ask you, or talk to you. Like, how do I come out in a certain way of telling him, hey, I didn't really like this. Now that I'm offended that you didn't like that, which is cool
Yeah.
to, like it's cool because he's actually taking the initiative. But I know that Kevin's is very hard to Kevin's, you know what it is with Kev? I'm gonna tell you
Kev's
what
an
it is.
asshole.
An
Kev,
asshole.
I always say that Kev is a construction motherfucker, right? He's a construction
Yeah.
You know the motherfuckers is thick skin. I remember one time Kev just said it. If you aren't thick skin, you can't work in construction. Which is
Yeah.
the reason why is like to me, I can't work in that because I get pissed off at people. I'm very emotional. Like you say some shit sideways to me, some weird joke, I'm gonna come at you on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't be like that. That's like their way. So Kev is really like you can be like, yo, Kev, you should have said this and that. Kev goes, well, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah. I didn't say it that way. So now what?
I'm a always
you
tell you how I
so
feel. Like, I'm
blind.
sorry. Like, I'm the, all
Yeah.
right, listen. Yeah, there maybe is better ways I can say it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to tell you what it is, man. I don't sugarcoat shit.
You
I
do not.
don't,
You do not.
I don't sugarcoat nothing, bro. I
He
don't.
Yeah.
he literally says like I remember he said that to you.
But
Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't feel bad. Like,
there is a difference. There is a difference
I
from
did say
being
that.
there's a difference from being blunt and just being a dickhead.
Yeah,
There's a difference between being blunt and just being a straight up just asshole.
For real.
So the reference he's talking about in that situation is because it was told to him and it wasn't told to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a difference because if you would have told me about it, then we could have talked about it, and I would have
Yeah.
told you the way I was saying again because it
This
was over
is what
text
I-
message.
yeah.
You can misinterpret what I'm saying during over text message. So I'm gonna acknowledge your feelings, but I'm gonna tell you, yo, you took it the wrong way, and I
Yeah.
apologize. You took it like that. I'm not apologizing for what I said.
I'm sorry
I'm
for
sorry
how
that
you
you
feel.
took it like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But this is how I actually said it. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, it wasn't said to him as gossip. It was said to him like as a mediation.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear. It was more of a mediating between a certain person because you didn't want to see. One, I don't like any of you guys in my group chat to feel some type of way, even though I be going ham when there's moments. You know what I mean? But I never want you guys to feel like like damn, this motherfucker really got at me. You know what I mean? So you always want to like kind of like hit him up on the side. So I kind of like to mediate. Kev is a mediator too.
And an
Torrey can
instigator.
mediate by
Facts. I like
Kev is
this game, bro.
Kev is the biggest instigator in the group chat.
That is a fact, bro. I'll be stirring up the pot.
Yeah, I try to get on his
like
level,
I'm
but I
making like
can't
a
get on. I
mean
can't
ass
get on that
sancocho or
level.
some shit. I'll be stirring that shit up.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, Kev? That just thinking about that whole situation, you remind me of this video I just posted. And it was this guy saying, I love people who hate me. Right? He said, I love people who hate me because I know they're hating me. The people who I hate are the people who hate me but act like they love me. And that just reminded me of you because you never like you really it doesn't matter if it hurts, you're gonna tell somebody because you love them. Like, yo, this is not you're not gonna be some fake ass nigga on the background talking about, oh yeah, you're good and applauding and so you really tell people straight up, you know what it is. But sometimes you are blunt as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man,
Definitely.
yeah.
To continue with the
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
No, I was just saying like that was just one of the situations we were dealing with and we fixed it super fast. You know what I mean? It's good to see everybody growing up, man. It's nice. It's nice because none of us are perfect. It's pretty cool, except Kev.
So going back to just recapping episodes, right? So we just talked about the gender roles and the double standards. What was your thoughts about the podcast where we had with Natalie and the tarot card reading and stuff like that? Because I know you don't like being into shit like that.
Yeah, like so I'm not. So it's crazy because like you guys brought me in a manager role, right? So I got to see every concept. Like it's almost like you got to fucking see it. Like it's though you do not see, So I'm not really into tarot cards. I'm not, you know what I mean. This is not really my thing, and I think it stems from like my parents. You know what I mean. The ghost thing was pretty cool because like I truly believe in that. You know what I'm saying. But the tarot card thing, like it, I'm I'm probably completely wrong because I don't know too much in depth of tarot cards. But it dwell for me. The reason why I don't like it, for me, one more time, for me, I want to say that before they cancel me. Reason why I don't like it is because I grew up in a family that was like predominantly Catholic, right? And we were like banned from even playing like the Ouija board, like even
Mm-hmm.
touching it. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Don't even
So
think
like
about it.
tarot cards and all those things kind of like dip in those things for
Yeah,
me.
it's all in the same like spectrum.
Yeah, to me, it's in the same spectrum because you're talking to something that is not there, some type of energy. Um, and I'm just not really into those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just try to
Mhm.
listen. I'm super like Kev. No, I'm science to the fullest, but I do understand there is something that exists that is unexplainable. You know, so like when I don't play around with those things. You get what I'm saying? I remember there was a uh, guy that once told me that he does like Santeria, whatever the heck it was. And I kind of told him, like, I was like, dude, he was like, yo, do you want to come in? And I was like, no, I don't. I don't play that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's like when you think you're talking, listen, we don't know what's in the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you think you're talking to someone who you love or whatever, it might not be that person. Remember, the devil loves to play games. And remember this,
Yeah.
I love science, I'm not religious. But if there's something, there is good and evil, right? So
Yeah.
the devil, if someone's gonna trick you, right? Because the devil is a trickster, right? Wouldn't he just look like someone that you love or talk to you like someone that you love that you lost and
And
kind
say
of
everything you
persuade
want to
you
hear.
want to hear unto the point that boom, he locks you into something that you don't want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why when I was watching it, it was hard. It was just like it was dipping and dabbing in a lot of things, and I was like, yeah, this is not really my thing, but I had to watch it.
Talking about the devil being tricks and evil. But
Yeah,
what have you ever seen Lucifer, the show?
I love
Yeah.
Lucifer the show.
So what did that doesn't change your perspective
What
about the devil? Because
man, when I
like he
watch
says, he's
Lucifer,
like, yo,
bro,
I don't he says, I don't force these people to do things. I just punish people who does evil. I don't force them to do evil.
yeah, that so
Correct.
when I first started watching Lucifer,
Yeah.
man, the show, when I first started watching it, man, I was like, before I watched it, I was like, oh no, ain't no way I'm gonna watch some show called Lucifer. My parents are,
Yeah.
never let me hear the end of it. My grandma would hate it. And I was like, you know
Well,
what?
I
Let me just
watched
check it out. And I started watching it, and I was like, I was like, damn, man, I kind of feel
Makes you
bad
think,
for
right?
him.
Yeah.
Cause he
Makes
didn't
you think
even
a little bit.
he just was trying to he rebelled because he was just trying to like be himself or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he was like saying, like, I got this bad rap for being evil, but all I do is punish bad people for doing bad things.
Correct.
And that was like,
Yeah.
damn.
I'm gonna just show you. I love the show Lucifer. If you look, my Netflix profile is literally Lucifer, right?
It's a good
I
show.
love,
It's a
I
good
love the
show.
show.
And
So
it's a great look at it. It's a great different look at the whole thing.
correct. So to me, I've had millions of conversations with Kev about that. So like, I read a lot, and to me, Lucifer could have been the Lucifer we saw on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's always still a good and bad,
Yeah.
right? They're still existing. It might
All you
not be
gotta do is
Lucifer.
look at humans. There's good humans and evil humans, There's
Exactly. Remember, like if you're really religious to the people out there, there's like million type of demons out there. They all have their own names. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even well, I believe Cain is one of them. Even though Cain and Abel were Adam and Eve's kids, but it could be a misinterpretation. It could be a misinterpretation
mm-hmm.
because remember, it's like the news, right? It's like we follow whatever is put in front of us.
Yeah.
So if
Right.
that was put in front of us for all those years, of course we're gonna follow those things.
Right.
But then again, I don't follow the Bible blindly because the people who have used the Bible have used it for evil, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
And there's a whole version
it's
called the
like
King James version. That was a king.
correct. So it's almost like I live life knowing what's being a good person,
Yep.
and I believe in energy, and I believe in
Yeah.
karma. Right, I'm
Yeah.
here to produce positive energy, and I'm here to make sure everybody's okay. I'm not a perfect person, but I don't fuck people over. It's just not
Mm-hmm.
my style.
Right.
But like, we just never know, man. We could go on a whole podcast on talking about my thoughts on that side of the Lucifer situation. Because I actually read a book. There's a weird book that kind of like tells you like a different story of Lucifer. A lot of people don't know that Lucifer actually went back to heaven after he was. Remember, they didn't send him to hell; they sent him to earth. But that's a whole book that I read on that, and that would change your mind on a lot of things. But we could dibble on that one. That would be like a 3-hour podcast.
Awesome. Since we did the last episode where you were in with self motivations and laziness and stuff like that, what other new endeavors and adventures have you done since then, like work wise?
Well, since that time, I've kind of like, because and I said in the podcast, like, I try not to spread myself out too thin anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
thought I could do it, but it's hard. So it's more of like focused on the podcast, focused on society gaming. Even though at times, like, I do need my breaks. Like,
Yeah.
maybe moments that you're like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
You
I
just
want to
need
talk
to.
about this shit right now," and I'm like, "Yo,
I
bro, I'm
can't.
not gonna be talking about it right
Yeah.
now."
You
Like,
just.
Right.
This is your time off. You gotta. You
yeah, like
We
this
gotta
is just
unwind.
yeah, because I will blow up. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Mm-hmm.
can't do it. So just that, working with of course I do real estate on the side, and then working with Mr. Green, the photography thing, and just looking at what else in the future is coming up. Like I said, I'm trying to get into ATMs, trying to see what else I can get my hands into that can build generational wealth. Like I spoke to you guys.
Facts.
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 Yeah,
Generational wealth, man. Residual
Yeah.
income is a huge thing, man, especially in
yeah,
this
yeah.
society. Hell yeah.
Residual. Yo, I actually posted something the other day. Like, you saw it. Like, it said, if your job is the only income you have, you're that
Yeah.
close to poverty.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I was reading, I'm like, yo, it's so true, because if you get fired,
And you fucked.
you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
But
Yeah.
fucked.
if you have residual income and investments, you know what I mean, you can make sure you can make sure you're at least taken care of. So that's why it's always good. Like, but don't just go after anything. Like, there's just not everything is a moneymaker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So don't just throw your money on everything. Like, it may seem like I throw my money on everything, but I don't. I really study shit. You know what I mean? Like, I really look into, like, yo, is this gonna be profitable? I just don't like when I ask a question, like for the ATM guys. I asked a question, and the dude is like hitting me up every day. I hate that, because now it looks
Yeah.
like you're really trying to force this sale of me buying ATM. Like, you could have just been fluent and just let me buy my ATM on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
And buying an ATM is very cheap. It's like $2,800, and there's a
Nice.
That is
whole
cheap.
like this. Yeah, there's a whole way of making money. Remember, you got to think about best place to put an ATM. It would be a barbershop. If you go to a barbershop like
Yeah. Facts.
my
Yeah.
barbershop right now doesn't have an ATM, so it's like it would be so easy for me to get. Hey, I'm gonna put an ATM here. You have internet and everything, right? Yeah, all right. So listen, I'm gonna give you this percentage from the, because transaction fee.
Yeah.
Why would they say no? It's the residual income.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's you. That's
Hey,
like,
man.
after that episode is kind of where I got into. Yeah,
Awesome. So, guys, pretty much for our listeners out there,
take
like I
my
said,
time with
we were supposed to make an episode 2 of the gender roles and the double standards, and she couldn't make it this week. So we're just doing a recap of all the episodes, and we're gonna talk about the future episodes we got coming up, right? The next week
Yeah.
episode, Tori, what do we got going on?
So is it next
I
week?
think
Or
it's your episode. I think right, next
Yeah.
week's first week of April. So it's
Yeah.
for your
So
friend.
what we're doing is we're gonna talk a little bit about the life in the military. You know, the
Love it.
comment, some of the stuff that I went through, some of the stuff my boy Smalls went through. I was thinking about getting another person because I kind of want to do. Me and Smalls didn't have the greatest.
Experience.
We didn't have the greatest experience, right? But also, I don't want to just have that whole episode be just talking shit about the military. There are some good experiences we had too. So,
Mhm.
Either I could, get somebody else on and another person on that had a more, that's still in and had a more positive experience, or we just talk about some of the positive things too. But for me, and I know for Smalls, it was a lot of there's a lot of negative experiences that we had, and Smalls is he's got Smalls. I call him Smalls. That's his last name, but
What's his first name?
LaTroy. But I call him
Oh,
Latroy. He hates it, but I call him it anyway.
You know what I thought it was gonna be, right, Kev?
What do you thought it was gonna be?
Come on, his last
don't
name
know.
Smalls. Yeah,
Biggie?
man.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
He's got
So just so you guys know, at the next episode, we're officially gonna be on the blacklist.
pretty much. If after the next episode, if after the next episode, if we don't ever put anything out, you know what happened.
You know what happened, all right? And then the episode after that, we're gonna have a good friend of mine. He's a chef, and he goes around cooking and stuff like that. And we're gonna talk about his work ethic, and we're gonna talk about our favorite foods and whatnot. So
yeah,
definitely
we're
tune
rating
in
foods and stuff, right?
So that definitely will be a good episode.
You know what episode I love? The episode of Black History Month episode was like super cool for me.
Yeah, we've been getting so our feedback, we've been getting a lot of good feedback on the motivational episode and the Black History Month episode, because we had some great guests. Yeah, great guests.
I loved it. Torrey, like, it's fun because like Torrey and I had a discussion with someone in the group chat about this anime character who I believe was black, right? So it was just kind of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Going back and forth on it because you can see his point, you can see my point on it.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, I don't think it was. We weren't trying to hurt each other.
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking.
We had two different.
Yeah,
we had just two different views. Like for him was more like this character is in black. Like it doesn't look like anyone that I know that is black. And for me was like, yeah, but I see like my little nieces and nephews are happy that a character looks like them. You know what I mean? And so it was like it was, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good.
That Black History Month is amazing because it has a lot of history. I feel like I have a lot of feelings about Black History Month. I just feel like, and I can ask you, Torrey. And I know that we're about to end, but just to end this, Torrey, do you feel like? Oh, I actually had this conversation with. Do you feel like we talk about slavery and all that stuff too much to the point that we can't move
past
forward?
it?
Do you feel like that? Like, think about it. And I'm not saying erase the past. I'm not saying it.
I feel like if slavery was talked about more in schools and like coming up in education, we don't need a Black History Month. You know, we shouldn't. I'll re-say it. We shouldn't need a Black History Month because it's American history. That's
an everyday thing. Yeah,
needs to be taught more. That shit needs to be taught more.
It literally divides it. Right away.
Why give us a whole month when you can be talking about it in schools? It's a part of your curriculum. We don't want. Oh, this is only a part of our curriculum because it's February and it's Black History Month. No. Give me that part of my curriculum in November, because it's a part of our history. Stop trying to sugarcoat and take out the bad parts and only talk about it for half a second. Talk about all of it.
That's my problem. Like, I feel like we would be way better as a culture, right, if we stop sugarcoating our history.
Yeah, own up to it. We did this shit. It was bad. We did this bad shit.
Put that in the history books. Put lynching. Put all those things in the history books, man. Like,
this shit was bad. We did this bad shit, and we
were
run for it.
Oh, but we can't put it that graphic. It's the only way we're truly gonna understand each other.
Yeah.
And now, if after that we still don't,
then we find some other ways. Like, yeah, man.
Correct.
Because like,
you know, I had. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
I was just saying, like, because like if it was taught more in school, like, because it makes me so angry when people are like, you know, it's the law, follow the law, it's the law, this is the law, this is the law. Just because it's the law doesn't mean it's right, because there was a law to own slaves. It was lawfully right to own a slave. Just because it's the law don't mean it's humanely right. It doesn't. That's not what it means. And if you would just teach
And
that
it's
in
crazy.
schools, it'd be
Exactly.
understood more.
And it's crazy because people be like, "Oh, that was like slavery was abolished, right?" So like, and it's like, was it really? Like, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
So what happened for the people who really don't know? So what happened was slavery was abolished, but what we did now is said, okay, we got to find a way to create slavery but make it legal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make jails.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
jails were created,
Mhm.
and then now let's put them in the jail.
Correctional facilities, all of it, man.
Mhm.
I
And then
got
have them
offered a
work in
job
the
when I got out the
jail.
military for the correctional facility, and I was like, man, I can't do it. I would
Nah.
not feel right just working there. I just wouldn't. It just doesn't.
Right,
It doesn't. See, and I know there are some people that belong there. There are. There are.
Yeah, of course,
However,
of course.
there are a lot more. Not a lot more, but there are also a lot of people that don't belong there.
That don't belong there. That
Right.
do not
And I
belong
just
there.
I couldn't do that with a right mentor and work there. I couldn't do it.
And it's crazy because I was having a conversation with someone who wasn't from this country, right? So the way black people are painted around the world,
Mhm.
based on with the news and everything, even Latinos and stuff, we're all black, right? Latinos and everything, like we're painted horribly,
Yes.
and we don't get to teach people history.
You don't
right?
even get the opportunity. Nobody gives you the time of the day to show them I'm not like what I'm being painted as.
Correct.
Paint me as a villain like Childish Gambino says, bro.
Yeah. I remember, and a lot of the slavery movie, by the way, a lot of the movies about slavery aren't shown in other countries, right? So I remember telling this person, I need you to watch 12 Years of Slavery. And she was like, watch the Django.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, what? That was happening? That was happening to real people.
That was happening.
Like I literally posted some history on my IG, like this kid who was taken away from his family, brought to the Bronx Zoo.
Wow.
Wow.
He was, even though he was, yes, that is a part of American history,
Mm-hmm.
not black history. That is American history.
Yeah.
And he was on display in the Bronx Zoo as a kid until the point that he was able to escape, and he killed himself by shooting himself. He was able
Wow,
to
it's
find
nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. People
That is
don't
crazy.
believe that.
And
Like,
people don't talk about it, bro. Like I was saying in
Yeah.
the group chat the other day, like a week or two ago, like, bro, there was children. And then it was not that far ago. It was not that long ago. Bro, there were children being separated from their family and put in cages.
Correct.
And we just sit here and act like that's okay.
Exactly.
People are trying to come to this country and escape from whatever it is that they have, and they were being separated from their families, kids, and parents are being taken away from their kids. Like, and people were just acting like it was okay, and we don't talk about it. And imagine if it's your children you're being separated from.
Correct.
Like,
and that's what kills me about people is that people only care to a certain limit, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember talking to people from Venezuela, and I was like, and they were like, "Oh yeah, but Donald Trump, and yeah, this is great," and I'm like, "It's your people getting caught at the borders, not only Mexicans."
And it's like, but it's not me.
It's your people too. Your people being caught at the borders. Colombians are being caught at the borders. Haitians could be getting caught at the border. There's people getting like from all over the world, and people just think it's Mexican.
Yeah.
And it's like once I said that, I was like, oh yeah, there's actually a friend of mine, Ivana. Her mom, brother, and his brother's wife went through the border, but had to go all the way from Venezuela, like taking buses and stuff, going through the border, getting caught, getting put in a cage, then getting divided. Then they didn't know what state they were in. Like, imagine you don't know where the state your wife is in.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy, yeah.
She had to call every facility to find out where her mom is old. Remember this. Mom, brother, and his brother's wife. These people were in New Mexico, Kentucky, and California.
Yeah, man.
That's like we were caught together.
And it doesn't matter how you paint it. It don't matter how you say it or word it. It does not matter. And I'm saying this for everybody that's out there that's trying to justify this shit, bro. It doesn't matter how you put it. It's wrong. It's not okay. It's inhumane. You're separating families. It's not okay. There's nothing. There's no way you can put it to me. There's no reason to have a conversation with me or discussion or argument with me about it. It's wrong. And that's end of discussion. It's wrong. It's not okay.
Exactly.
Don't separate families like that. It's not okay.
And you know what's crazy? Like racism doesn't only happen; it happens even in our countries. And Kevin and I's, you know,
Yeah,
we
it's
talk
everywhere.
about it. Dominican Republic. Dominican
With the
Republic has
Haitians.
with the Haitians. They have a huge, like, there's a lot of history that comes behind it. But then again, it's like you can't let your history control what you are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not too long ago, my mom was actually showing me a video. This happened about like 2 years ago, and the Haitians were being taken out of their homes in the Dominican Republic, threatened and beat up and put in handcuffs and taken back to Haiti. And like a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, but they're not supposed to be here, and they're taking this and that." And I'm like, I know there's some bad ones that get through, but there's some innocent ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot see a person, an innocent person. I cannot see kids being taken out of their homes just because they were looking for a better life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's nuts.
man.
I gave this example to my patriotic aunt because she's super patriotic and it's cool, right? Um, I said, I want you to think about DR like the club, right? She's like, okay, cool. There's security in the front of the club, right? Yeah, they're okay. The Haitians are the people trying to get into the club because they're trying to get into the party, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right. If the Haitians are paying off the security guards to get into the club, and then the owner of the club is like, whatever, fuck it, let them in. Why are the people in the club getting upset that the security and the owner is letting them in? No, what you should be upset with is the security and owner, not the people who are coming into the club.
Mm-hmm.
People who are coming into the club just want to party. What you should be mad at is the security and the president for not having the proper structure for people coming into the club.
Yeah.
And that like blew her mind because I'm Dominican, right? I'm supposed to be like pro Dominican, and it's like no, it's like everyone is always thinking about themselves. Like there's innocent people trying to come through. There's
Yeah,
kids.
man.
I
Just want a
understand
better
the history.
life.
Yeah, like I understand the history, but you don't see like look at Torrey, right? And I always say is like Torrey is black, and he had like if you think about the history, American history once again. If he wanted to be like a Dominican, right? He would just fucking look at a black kid and beat the shit out of him for no fucking reason, right?
Yeah, just
I mean,
because.
at a white kid for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
at a white kid for no reason. But he's not like that because he doesn't let his history control
Yeah.
his future. So why can't we, as a Dominican culture, do the same? And
Right.
it just boils down to like education, man. It's just education, like. The education in the Dominican Republic isn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
And it just boils down to that. Like people really have to have a better.
Yeah, no,
And
it's definitely a topic we definitely could have and have.
hell yeah. We gotta clean this world, bro. Like some way or the other, we gotta like make people understand. Like, we're all here. This is one planet. It's the only planet we have, and we have to be in here together no matter what.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my bad. I didn't mean to rant into that one.
No, man. When you passionate, you passionate. You just let it
Yeah.
go.
I just
It's,
saw,
it's definitely a future episode. We definitely could talk about that without a doubt.
Hell yeah. I'm down to talk about anything. I'm down to even talk about UFOs.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we can get into the cosmos and stuff.
Definitely.
Torrey and I are into the
Yeah,
cosmos.
man.
So once again, to our listeners out there and to whoever's going to watch this video later on, this was just a recap of the episodes of story that we just
touching on
had.
some topics we talked about.
Touching on some topics we're talking about. You try to, keep consistency going with you guys, trying to give an episode at least every single week. So definitely look out for our future episodes. Again, with life in the military, the chef, even this topic that's sparked up now. And we're also gonna have episodes about the LGBT community and another episode about double standards and gender roles. Definitely look out to that. We appreciate you guys always. Thank you for guys for tuning in.
The
Real
LGBT
quick.
community episode is gonna be great.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a nice
I
one.
wanna,
So definitely look into that.
I want to shout out, even though he probably won't see this, right? Just recently, as some of you know, if you follow the IG or whatever, I met Tim the Tap Man, right? And he probably won't see this, but I do want to shout him out because he was cool, bro. Like, when I met him, bro, he was exactly like when you watch his stream and his personality or whatever, he is exactly like that. And I want to shout him out because I appreciate how cool he was when I met him, bro. He was so dope. He was cool. He talked to people like they were people. And he was just all around dope ass dude. And I appreciated that. So I just wanted to shout that out real quick.
Yeah, so again, like I said, like I tell you guys at the end of every single episode, if you're looking for an actor or somebody to take shoots or anything, Torrey is your guy to hit up, all right? Definitely look into that, okay? If you guys are about anywhere around New York and looking for a place to get massaged, definitely hit up Gunz Spa, Facebook Spa, all right?
Yes,
You guys won't regret it, trust me. You guys won't regret it.
Yeah.
Starting
Torrey and I are
April.
working on a movie.
Look at that. So look for that, all right? Look for that. And stay tuned April 1st. You are going to see our faces a lot more and more members of the Society Gaming. We are going to be streaming games constantly.
Yeah.
So definitely look for our Twitch. Come watch us play different games and bullshit and have fun. So definitely look into that. And, shout out to Danny Dilla Photography. If you guys looking for any type of photography shoots or anything like that, and you're around the Florida area, hit them up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You guys got anything else for the closing comments?
No, I'm good, man.
I just want to say, God bless everybody, man, and thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this.
Facts, even though it's just us talking.
It's literally the only reason why we do this is for you guys, because I know sometimes you might have something in your mind, but you don't know how to express it, and I hope we're able to express it for you and give you and we let you comment, we let you.
Comment, email, anything. Just hit us up.
What it is, anything
we'll talk about it. If you don't want your name out there, we won't put your name out there. We'll just talk about it.
We'll just say this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have to say, man. And hope everyone takes care. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, appreciate you guys coming. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
Peace out, y'all.